Adam, when are you gonna face the fact that I'm a witch?
She's kidding.
For every beloved show, there's a spin-off that time quietly erases. Sometimes even the studios would rather forget. Tabitha tried to bottle the magic of Bewitched, but soon slipped through the cracks of TV history. Count down the strangest, most surprising reasons the sitcom vanished from pop culture's memory. Number 1. Tabitha's quiet, unremarked cancellation. Let's go back to the late 70s, when fans of Bewitched hoped to rekindle a little TV magic with Tabitha. This spin-off, premiering in 1977 on ABC, put Samantha and Darren's grown-up daughter center stage, now working as a TV production assistant with a few spells up her sleeve. Lisa Hartman played the adult Tabitha, trying to balance the wacky world of television with an inheritance of supernatural powers. But instead of flying high on nostalgia, Tabitha drifted off the schedule after just 13 episodes. No tear-jerking finale or Sunday night send-off. Cast and crew simply disappeared to other projects, and viewers shrugged, left with questions as the closing credits rolled for the last time. For such a direct descendant of beloved classic TV, Tabitha's fate was strangely unspectacular. It slipped into television's attic, more rumor than rerun, a pop culture afterthought that left us all blinking, wondering if she'd ever return with a twitch of her nose. Sometimes TV magic vanishes when you least expect it, and another story waits just around the corner. Number 2. The ratings death spiral. A flicker of studio laughter mixes with the tingle of TV nostalgia as we remember Tabitha, the would-be heir to Bewitched's magic but doomed instead to network obscurity. Premiering on ABC in 1977, Tabitha cast Lisa Hartman as Samantha's now-grown daughter, eager to find her own spellbinding path. Yet even on debut, the numbers wavered. Mid-season premieres are tricky, but for Tabitha, shifting time slots proved fatal. One week it's Tuesday, the next it's Thursday. Viewers could barely keep up, let alone grow attached. ABC's hesitant promotion did the show few favors, and ratings slipped with every move. By spring 1978, the spell had broken. Tabitha vanished in a flurry of low ratings and forgotten lunchboxes. Today, the series lingers as a faint afterimage, missing from rerun circles, rarely discussed among Bewitched loyalists, and almost never seen on streaming menus. Hollywood, it seems, barely admits Tabitha happened at all. Yet for a handful of fans, there's still a glimmer of mischief in remembering a spin-off that never quite found its time. Number 3. Bewitched's iconic wit lost in translation. Soft lighting, a canned laugh track, and the familiar twinkle of magic wands, Tabitha seemed poised to carry on the Bewitched legacy. Yet, when the show landed on ABC in 1977, something essential was missing. Gone were the clever barbs and sly wordplay that had once hooked America. In their place, broader jokes, safe storylines, and punchlines predictable. Enough to please most network censors, but not the mischievous spirit of fans who grew up with Samantha's wink. Lisa Hartman's Tabitha brought charm, but the scripts traded razor-sharp back and forth for cookie-cutter gags and too tidy resolutions. It lasted only one season, just 11 aired episodes before quietly disappearing from prime time. Even old-school Bewitched fans, hungry for hints of the past, wondered if the magic was gone for good. The result? Tabitha became a footnote, a cautionary tale in sitcom history, forever outshined by the original's wit. Next, we look at another show that tried to echo an earlier favorite and missed a certain spark. Number 4. Tabitha, the Bewitched spin-off. That Hollywood pretends never happened. Imagine flipping on your set in 1977 and seeing Tabitha, a spin-off straining to conjure the old Bewitched magic. The show followed Samantha's grown-up daughter, played by Lisa Hartman, as she tried to balance witchcraft with 9-to-5 office life. But a crucial spark was missing. Paul Lynde, whose razor-sharp timing as Uncle Arthur lit up Bewitched for years, actually shot a cameo for Tabitha's pilot. You never saw it. Legal wrangling and last-minute creative doubts led producers to snip out Linde's scenes entirely. Tabitha lost its most dazzling eccentric before the curtain even rose. Without that familiar sparkle, much of the original's mischief evaporated. ABC gave it just one season before quietly pulling the plug. In cutting ties to its roots, Tabitha became the kind of show both networks and fans were happy to forget. Sometimes a single missing laugh can change the spell. Still, the question lingers. What if that cameo survived? Number 5. The forgettable recurring love interests. Sometimes a new flame would flash across the screen at Tabitha's television station. You'd spot a handsome producer or a charming news anchor sharing coffee with Elizabeth Montgomery's on-screen daughter, played by Lisa Hartman in 1977. Each time, the air would fill with hope. Maybe this one would stick, maybe we'd get another Sam and Darren. But the magic never quite landed. These love interests faded just as quickly as they arrived. One week, Tabitha's arm in arm at a charity gala. The next, her would-be boyfriend is nowhere to be found. Writers tried to spark chemistry, but the heart wasn't there like Bewitched's golden years. Ratings sagged, and those dead-end romances left viewers yawning instead of swooning. Maybe the show was cursed by the memory of past romance, or maybe the network just moved on. Either way, Tabitha's revolving door of forgettable dates is now just a footnote, easily eclipsed by the original's witchy charm. Sometimes it turns out the real magic was in the relationships you never tried to replace. Let's pause for a second. Did you ever hope Tabitha would meet her perfect match, or do you remember a spin-off love interest who surprised you? Share your favorite TV couples who beat the odds and stuck around. Number 6. Tabitha's non-magic workplace setting. Neon lights, camera dollies, and the faint din of a newsroom. A far cry from the twinkling nose and chaos of Morning Glory Circle. When Tabitha Samantha's grown-up daughter got her own sitcom in 1977 on ABC, producers made a curious choice. Instead of letting the magic flow, most episodes focused on Tabitha at her TV station job, where she worked as a production assistant alongside colleagues who had no idea she had witchcraft in her bloodline. Magic tricks got swapped for teleprompter troubles and copy room banter, leaving her supernatural roots mostly untouched. Lisa Hartman starred as Tabitha, but every day at KXLA felt more like a typical office comedy than a bewitching adventure. Gone were the zany transformations and family squabbles with Endora. Fans tuned in expecting spellbound mischief and got boardroom meetings instead. The series struggled with this identity crisis and was quietly canceled after just one season. Sometimes even Hollywood would rather forget a spell went wrong. But we remember, after all, the shimmer of Bewitched was always in the twinkle, not the timesheet. What came next would remind everyone just how much heart magic can bring. Number 7. Tabitha. The Bewitched spin-off that Hollywood pretends never happened. A wispy swirl of magic dust, and suddenly you're back in the world of Tabitha, the ill-fated attempt to keep the Bewitched legacy alive. When Tabitha first twinkled onto TV screens in 1976, Liberty Williams played the grown-up daughter of Samantha Stevens, carrying charm and a breezy sitcom vibe. But before the audience could settle in, producers swapped Liberty for Lisa Hartman and switched up the entire style. Gone were the easy laughs and gentle mischief. In their place, a flashier, more modern look and wildly inconsistent tone. Even the supporting cast didn't last, with characters and plot lines morphing between the pilot and the series. Viewers who tuned in, remembering the gentle magic of Bewitched, wound up puzzled and disappointed as Tabitha struggled to conjure a clear identity. It only lasted 11 episodes, ending in 1978, barely a blip in syndication history. There's an odd ache in remembering Tabitha, a show that never quite learned its own spell, fizzing out just as quickly as it appeared, leaving fans longing for a little more TV magic. Number 8. The Bewitched cast's reluctant distance from Tabitha. You could almost feel the magic missing in Tabitha, spinning off from Bewitched, but never quite conjuring the same spark. Despite its debut on ABC in 1977, fans waiting for their favorite witch, Samantha, were left disappointed. Elizabeth Montgomery, whose nose wiggle became iconic in American households, refused to step back into her role. The promise of crossovers and heartfelt reunions faded as other familiar faces, like Agnes Moorehead's Endora, were nowhere to be found. Instead, the show offered only the vaguest references, a passing mention here, a nod there, to the beloved Spellman family. Reports from the set revealed a creative exhaustion lingering from Bewitched's 8-season run that ended in 1972. Hollywood was already obsessed with newer, flashier concepts, leaving little appetite for nostalgia or returning cast members. The result was a spin-off that felt adrift, lacking the sparkle of true reunion. For those who grew up under Samantha's roof, Tabitha was a forgotten whisper, quickly swept away. Yet echoes of broomsticks and charm still linger if you listen close enough, reminding us why the original remains unforgettable as we move into the next chapter. Number 9. The mysterious disappearance of Adam Stevens in Tabitha. When the glow of Bewitched faded and its quirky magic spun off into Tabitha, fans expected a familiar family reunion. Tabitha's brother, Adam Stevens, who charmed viewers during Bewitched's later years, should have been right alongside her as she navigated adult life. But when Tabitha premiered on ABC in 1977, Adam was just a ghost in the credits, spoken of, perhaps, but never seen on screen. The show's creators quietly pushed Adam aside, choosing to spotlight Lisa Hartman's enchanting version of Tabitha and her grown-up misadventures over sibling tales. This omission wasn't accidental. The production team believed that singling out Tabitha made for snappier storytelling and a fresher appeal, hoping audiences would forget Adam's legacy. Yet, older fans couldn't help but notice the missing magic between brother and sister, and the abrupt dissolve of their bond still puzzles TV lovers today. Sometimes, a character can vanish faster than you can twitch your nose, leaving a quiet emptiness only true fans can sense as we flick the dial to the next forgotten chapter. Number 10. Tabitha's Bewildering Age. Jump in Tabitha. There's nothing quite like the whiplash of watching a character grow up overnight. That's exactly what happened when Tabitha, the beloved daughter from Bewitched, got her own series in 1977. Suddenly, the pigtailed toddler we all watched cast spells at the kitchen table was now a confident 20-something, navigating single life and witchcraft without missing a beat. Lisa Hartman took over as this adult Tabitha, sidestepping years of magical childhood we'd never seen. The show hoped to capture Bewitched's magic, but instead left fans scratching their heads. Wasn't Tabitha just a child a few seasons ago? ABC's gamble on skipping her teenage years created a rift in continuity, making devoted viewers feel as if a page had been torn from their pop culture scrapbook. Tabitha only lasted one season, vanishing as oddly as she'd appeared, her rapid growth a curious footnote that loyal fans couldn't help but remember. Sometimes TV magic moves too fast for hearts to keep up, leaving a swirl of nostalgia and questions in its wake.